don't ask me why I was wearing earbuds in this video, because I don't have a good answer for you. Let's just pretend that they are very, very comfortable. When you are stuck in the deep, dark, depressive pit that is Swedish winter, you have 3 options. Option 1 is chocolate. Option 2 is playing an MMORPG. And trust me, don't. Option 3 is hosting a game jam. Yep, that's right. Like last year, we started off this January by splitting the entire Satisfactory dev team into 5 smaller teams who all made 1 game each following a certain theme under the span of 1 work week. This was again back in January, which makes this video kind of overdue, but that's just how the ball rolls sometimes. Game development is a very fun desk job, but it's also a desk job that requires a lot of creative fuel for you to, work. This game jam is a very good way to shake off the cobwebs, come back from, again, a very dark winter period, back to work, and get your creative juices flowing, your brain on fire, which is why we do this. This setup also allows our developers to realize new or old dormant skills, which they could then just use for personal hobbies or even further game development. All in all, it's just a very good, old, fun time, and we like having fun. Fun is good. So, what about the actual games? Again, we made 5 games, all following a certain theme, and this theme was the game cheats. This theme was interesting because it allowed all 5 teams to very openly interpret this theme and make 5 very, very different games out of it that all still made sense within this theme. So we ended up with 5 different products that were all super fun to play. And speaking of playing them, the best part about this game jam is that this year, these games are already up on itch for you to play right now for free if you want. Links in the description. Have fun. And the even bester part is that we have nagged some developers from a couple of these games for some impromptu interviews talking about the experience of making a game jam games and what the highlights of this game jam were. So, without further ado, let's hear them out. All right. So, who are you guys, and what do you do at Coffee Stain normally?
Hello, I'm Gabriele. I'm a technical artist for Coffee Stain, and it's kind of difficult to explain what I do exactly because I basically work on a different thing every day. Can go from VFX to optimization to making tools for designers and such. And yeah, that's me.
Hello from me, I'm Vladimir. I'm a DevOps engineer here, so it's even harder to explain what exactly I'm doing here because, let's say, all around the builds, automate routine, pushing builds to the different platforms, so yeah, that's it.
So, what game jam game did you work on, and what's it about?
Yeah, we worked on Danks.io, and Danks is basically meant to simulate the experience of you getting in a lobby of an old multiplayer game that's abandoned. So basically the lobby is just filled to the brim with hackers and stuff, and you need to either push your way through it and climb the leaderboards or just leave and go play something else, which is what happens.
Yeah, I thought our game all about toxic chat and community.
So it's online?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, 7 million concurrent players.
Yeah, it's too much.
Locally hosted on the servers downstairs.
Damn.
This is why we have most biggest ping in the world.
So, what did you work on for the game specifically?
So I work with UI partly, and mostly sound and music in the game. So it was my first time when I tried to touch something inside an Unreal Engine, and it was sound and music, so it was really curious to see how people works. And I even got one advice from our sound designer in Coffee Stain, Sasha. Thanks him for help. He said, Vladimir, why don't you use a pitch? Just to, and that was a game changer. So for now, our game sounds is 10 of the 10. So yeah, thanks again, Sasha.
Yeah, also shout out to Sasha again, because he helped us record the voice lines for our game. And I mean, he didn't consent to it, to be fair. We just kind of busted in his office and forced him to record and process our sounds. That worked out really well, I think. That really added a nice layer. of humor to the game.
So, what's the best part about the game? Either making it or playing it or anything else?
Yeah, honestly, just watching people play it was really, really good. Because I mean, they were either garbage at the game or they were trying really hard to get the high score, such as Mikael here. Feats that he couldn't achieve actually, because like right at the end, he got beaten by Tobias, one of our programmers, and he got, what was it, 2,300?
Yep.
Yeah, a big score.
He beat me by 200.
Oh yeah.
God damn it, man.
Yeah, so our game is small, but it's so competitive. And I didn't realize how competitive it is until people in studio started playing on that. So it was really nice to see. And also how we are all both working together in our team, because when you see the new commits after commits, so you can do more to your game. And in each evening you can see that the game is completely different from the state from the morning. So yeah, and I think I like how our team managed. So.
Yeah, the development actually went super smoothly. Like we pretty much had a complete game after the first day. So after that, it was basically just polishing and adding new stuff. And yeah, also we had a lot of trust in each other. So we were like, yeah, just do your thing. And I trusted to be good, and it was. So yeah, the development actually went super smoothly and super fast.
If you could add one sport to Satisfactory, what would you add?
Man, honestly, I would probably add motor racing. So we should add like the starting grid and checkpoints along the way. You could connect them to each other to form a circuit. You can race with your friends and get best lap times. I think that would be really, really cool.
Yeah, I think we can do basketball. Why not? So just throwing your teammates to the basket case.
Yeah, or maybe just add like a nice physics ball in the game so that people can just make up their own sports. The tools they already have.
Water sports?
Water sports? No.
Snow sports?
Who are you guys, and what do you do at Coffee Stain normally?
I'm Anna, and I'm a lead 3D artist here at Coffee Stain. I make pretty things for Satisfactory, and I help other artists making pretty things for Satisfactory.
And I'm Emmet. I'm the current game director here at Satisfactory. Most of my day is writing documents, going to meetings, and planning for the future, whatever is to come.
So what game did you work on?
So we worked on Ponko, which is a combination of like a kind of card-based roguelike game, so like a Slay the Spire, with more tycoon management elements like a Zoo Tycoon or a Roller Coaster Tycoon.
And how did you interpret the theme of the game jam?
So the theme was the game cheats. And we thought of a lot of different ways to approach this, like maybe there's some sort of hacks or something in the game, or we have like some sort of cheat system. But what we actually landed on was this idea of casinos are sort of there to cheat the consumers who are going to them. Casinos will cheat you. Please don't lose all of your money in Vegas. But we liked that concept. And we were also, like, the entire team was kind of on board with this sort of like the strategy of a deck builder roguelike sort of game. So we just put those two together. So in Ponko, you will actually be managing your own casino. And every single round you get a set of cards and you can make decisions based off of that. And yeah, the idea is to kind of keep your reputation, sort of like keep your casino with like a high reputation, make sure you don't raise your suspicion level by cheating too much so that you might lose consumers or you might get like police raids or something, and make as much money as you can, just like good old capitalism.
So what did you do for the game specifically?
So I was responsible for the art side of things, and mainly focusing on environments, colors, the vibe of the game, what you see on the screen, some UI elements too. It was really fun to create an art style within a few days. That is also simple enough. But I don't really remember what you did.
Wow.
Did you do anything?
I worked on a lot of the early concept and design. Myself and Burke worked on a lot of like the high level systems, like the ideas we were going to follow up with, and then Burke was the one who actually did like the more in-depth system design. I then swapped across doing some blueprinting, working with AI, and some of the music, all of the music that's in this game, the 2 tracks that are in this game, and some of the other sound design, of course. But then also a shout out to Villa, who did the character models and was doing a lot of the VFX, and Tobias, who was the absolute backbone of the project, with basically creating like the programming core of all of the gameplay and doing some of the UI interaction as well.
Did the game feel manageable within a week, or was it stressful at any point?
So that's the whole kind of gist of Game Jam, to assess how much time you really have and how your grand idea fits into that tiny bracket of time. But I'm guessing it's a good question actually to our team, because we did win the most what was it?
Ambitious?
The most ambitious project, because no one is really making tycoon games that often during game jams. It's a very it's a lot of tiny moving
It's a
parts.
hefty task, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I think we managed to narrow down the game to what's the core of it and what's fun to play.
Yeah, we found a good core loop. We managed expectations with like what to do with art. I think we focused on just like one level opposed to a Hades or Slay the Spire, which goes across like multiple in their progression. We finished in good time, I think.
Yeah.
We had polishing options, of course, but still, we made the deadline.
And I mean, as usual, you don't really get a lot of time for balancing it. So for those who are gonna try the game, it's not balanced at all. Just saying, but it's still fun.
We would appreciate feedback if people want to play and just drop comments on itch or wherever it's going to be.
Exactly, and who knows, maybe we spend some more time fine-tuning things and making it better.
Shout at us on Twitter or Blue Sky or wherever we can be found.
Steam wishlist soon?
Who knows?
Let's put that part.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
To fix all the bugs in Satisfactory.
Jesus Christ. How many hours do you have in Destiny 2?
Why you gotta call me out like that, man? So there's a new dungeon released 2 weeks ago, and I just saw today that I've spent a day and 10 hours already in that dungeon in the last like 10-ish days. Yeah.
What a nerd.
Yeah.
Would you be in pain if we add water physics to Satisfactory?
I won't be. Ben will be.
Poor guy.
Let's do it.
That's a yes from me.
Our colleagues suffering? Hell yeah.
What is the one thing that you are better at than anyone else in the office?
I think I'm the best at resting bitch face.
Shows. So what's your favorite thing about Jace?
Who?
Anna? He means this guy.
Oh, he's cool. We had a lot of fun times together.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah.
He's a lovely guy.
Yeah, lovely guy.
Anything else you want to mention about the game?
I think it's important to mention we also won Best Visual Design for our game, which is thanks to Anna's art style.
Thank you. It was also Villa helping out. But also, fun fact is that Ponko, the name, came from Emmet misspelling the word poker. It was just way too funny, and we were like, this is the easiest decision for a name.
Incompetence.
Yep.
All right. So who are you guys, and what do you do at Coffee Stain normally?
Me? Alright. I'm Hannah. I do writing and I do level design, so usually I'm the person that pisses people off. That's my job.
I'm Ben. I'm a technical artist and programmer, and I also piss a lot of people.
That's true.
What game jam game did you work on, and what's it about?
GladIIIator. That's what it's called.
How is that spelled?
Yes. It's an aggressively free-to-play, like, MMO boss battles simulator, essentially. It's kind of like a vertical slice of one of those like boss battles that you could find in an MMO. A very silly version of it. let's just say.
Really good for the shareholders.
Extremely good for shareholders, brings in a lot of money. Yeah.
So the theme of the jam was the game cheats. How does this game cheat you?
It throws up a lot of advertisements that are really well placed, so you would never accidentally click on them or do the wrong thing, like giving the boss an health potion, is it? Clicking on the ad actually opens PayPal.
Yeah. Some links do work.
Yes. It also tries to screw around with your settings, so maybe you are a person that loves to play with inverted settings, inverted controls, so that might accidentally turn on. Maybe you like upscalers and your resolution gets dropped to like 10%. So we have those tiny modifiers that are fun to play with.
Yeah, basically the game is trying to sell you things while you're battling the boss, and it is unsubtle about it.
What was your favorite thing about the game jam? About making the game or playing it or anything, really?
There's so many things that are fun about a game jam. I mean, one, it's something different that you usually do, right? It's refreshing. You get to pull out creative parts of yourself that you haven't maybe in a while. You get to do different things. Like, for example, I got to do visual effects, which I think are super fun, but I don't really get to do that in my regular job very often. So that was really fun about it. And then also working with different people more closely. Like, for example, Ben and I don't work that often together, but this time we would. And like other people in the team as well. And just, I don't know, it's just refreshing and fun in many ways.
Yeah, it's the creative expression. Like, you can put really a lot of tiny details in the game. For example, last minute I decided to make a system to add corpses of the player depending on how many times a player failed defeating the boss. So in the end of the playtest, the arena was quite full. And also like tiny hints, like we have a crowd system that is cheering you on. When you get damaged, they kind of calm down and they get excited again, and those kind of tiny fingerprints of every developer is really, really fun. And that's something a game jam really allows to do.
Plus, we got to get some actual legit voice acting by yours truly.
And I would love to do it again, by the way. Welke hardware gebruik je?
What?
No? No comprende? Not even close?
Nice.
Can you repeat that?
Welke hardware gebruik je?
Oh! A computer.
Would you add a live service cost to Satisfactory?
Yes. 100%.
For what?
Money. No. No.
It's on camera. We're adding it.
Cut it out.
1.2 with a wallet drainer. Coming in December, by the way.
I mean,
Ridiculous.
you can technically win the game.
Yes.
Technically.
Yeah, you can win the game.
How many people did win the game? Wow.
Only me with gold mode.
many.
But when you win the game, this is spoiler. You get disconnected.
Oh no, oops, disconnection from server. Oh no. Resets to the main menu.
2 more games were made in the game jam. These were PÅNG and Cheat Me If You Can. Unfortunately, these devs were on very tight schedules for making Satisfactory goodies, and couldn't quite make it for any interviews. PÅNG is a take on, PÅNG, where even if the scales are not tipped in your favor, it delivers a very strong feeling of just one more round. Cheat Me If You Can will make any Bomberman fan nostalgic, until the dirty AI ticks you off with its cheats, so don't blow a fuse playing it. These games are also available, so go right ahead. And that's all, folks. Again, we are super stoked that we can actually share the games with you this time around. We are still working on bringing the 2024 games, more than 1 year later, to your table as well. Soon, TM. I promise. We are working on that. And that's all we had for this week. So thank you for this time. And if you decide to tune in another 2 weeks, you will be able to enjoy a video that may or may not mainly focus on 1.1.
I feel like we have an entire second video of just outtakes on us.
We're not live. Did I press stop streaming or recording? Recording, thank God, yeah.
Imagine if we were fucking streaming.
Yeah.
I mean, par for the course, honestly.
Honestly.
We don't really know with you.
Mikael, you've got a hole in your sock.
Not to brag, but I'm a cringe connoisseur.
We're going to put arachnophobia mode behind a paywall.
Battle pass,
Ooh.
lizard doggo armor.
Subscription. I mean, we need microtransactions, not just for skins, but also for any like additional content.
Daily login awards. You get 10 coupons if you keep logging every day.
Yeah, exactly. What is it that some games do, like daily tasks or something that
Yeah.
you have to complete? But like, we will lock you out of features if you don't complete them. Yeah.
Dismantle.
Yeah.
Customize it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is no more DLC. That is fun. Everything is just paid, and it's not going to be fun. That's our strategy.
Yeah, maybe we should make a subscription model for our fan base,
Uh-huh.
so that they can subscribe and then they get the good audio.
Mm.
The Game Jam's theme. Scratch that. We go again.
No one gives a fuck about Satisfactory.
Nice spot.
You're never getting golf.